Hey, there we go. I think we're live.
We are. Hello.
Hello. For me, it's the first time, so hello to the very first, not the first live show, but the first reading sprint.
Is it the first one on your channel, like live?
Yes. Yeah, the very, very first live on our channel. So Femke is going to join us later, by the way, who is my partner in crime, second half, better half, whatever you want to call it. She's going to be here around 8, something like that, she said. So hopefully soon. Thank you guys so much for joining. So I would say, I mean, most people probably already know you anyway. So
hello, everyone.
I have put your links to your YouTube channels in the description, or at least I should have. I think they're there.
Let me check. Yeah, everything is there. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good.
StreamYard is easy to use, I find. So
yeah, very, very true.
Yeah. I remember the day once I did it on YouTube and not StreamYard. It took me 1 hour to set up everything, and
Whoa.
At the end I screw up everything, so nothing worked. Yeah.
That whoa. Yeah, I don't think, like, the only time I have been live was with 2 other people, and I was not sort of the one hosting it. So but that went fine, so it should be fine. I've tested things out. So do tell them a little bit about yourself if you want to.
Hello. It's always weird, like Sasha from the Wild Sasha. I read books when I have time to read them. I do booktube. I do a bit of everything. I have a dog, so if you follow me, you will see a lot of doggy content on my Instagram. And yeah, if you love random and whatever things, hello.
I'm Leana. My channel name is Leana Reads, but if you search it, you will see there is another name like beside this one, but that's in Latvian. And yeah, it's been with me for I don't know how many years, that username, so you can find by that one me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm like everywhere, but I'm like not really active.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know how people find time for everything. I just feel tired all the time, so
I feel like especially now everybody is just tired and everybody needs to be sort of like cheered on to do things. At least I am.
Yeah, I am too. I feel you on that. But
I think
thanks to the internet. Yeah.
I think everyone is tired from this pandemic.
Oh.
That too.
Yeah.
I think for me it makes me more tired because I work from home, so I'm home all the time, and it's more tiring than when you go to the office, I think.
Yeah, eyes on the screen 24/7. That's what.
Yeah,
I know.
Surprisingly, yes. I never thought it would be that tiring to just stay home, but apparently it is.
Yeah, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no change of scenery. Just everything the same all day, every day.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of less bleak things, what are you guys reading?
So, I finished the book yesterday, so I don't really want to start a new one right now. So, I'm going to be reading Life on Mars, which is a sci-fi collection of poems, like collection of sci-fi-ish poems. Never read anything like that, but it sounds good and different, and it's short-ish. So I feel like that's what I need now, but I really don't know what it is about, so we shall see.
That's really cool, though. You should, if you find like a very cool like short poem, you should definitely share it with us. That'd be so cool.
Yep. Yeah. I will try to find one. Yeah, never
Sounds
read anything like
interesting.
that.
Sci-fi poetry sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I've heard of
Mhm.
poetry collections before. I mean, there's a ton of those, but I've never heard of sci-fi.
Sci-fi?
That's
I
really
don't know.
it
And
just
now I'm
sounds
gonna
cool.
start it, and it's gonna be everything but sci-fi. So I might be disappointed.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope it's really good.
Yeah. I'm reading From Blood and Ash by Jennifer
Ah,
Still. It's been a week.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, I'm 72% in. I have
well, that's pretty far.
Yeah, it's okay. There are a lot of
Unpopular
things
opinion.
that like annoy me, and I don't understand, and I don't know if it's me or if it really isn't explained. Like some things aren't explained, and I just don't understand them. Maybe it's supposed to be like that you find out the things together with the character, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I
saw GIF today or a meme or whatever. I cannot remember the format, and it's Leonard from Big Bang Theory,
Mhm.
and he's like opening the book. Why? But why? Oh my gosh, why? And at the end of the book, oh, that's why. So it might be that.
Yeah.
that's the
don't-
case with a lot of books, though.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe because I'm not really connecting with the characters, so it's like I want to know how it ends, what's happened, but I think it's too long. It's like what 600 something pages, and the second book is the same, I think. So I think it's too long.
I mean, from what I've seen, I haven't read it yet. Like, it's on my TBR, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
read it at some point, but I haven't yet, and I feel like it is everywhere. Like, everybody is talking about it, everybody is reading it, especially now with the sort of the special Fairy Loot and like Illumicrate editions. So I can't tell you if it gets like explained or anything, but
I
yeah.
feel like it's an unpopular opinion about those special editions. I feel like they are too similar, and
Yeah, yeah.
they are quite, for my taste, they are ugly. I don't like them.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah, I just don't know. It's just, I don't know why they are just almost the same. Like they have the frame around the girl in the middle. So yeah, I
I
don't
do
know.
have to say, yeah, I didn't buy them for that reason. One, because I mean they're expensive for one.
Yeah.
I mean, usually they are, which would be fine, but I prefer the original covers to
Yeah,
special editions. So I'd rather just get the paperbacks then.
yeah. I'm more like I'm not a person on a cover kind of girl.
No, me neither.
So
Yeah.
there are covers that I like that have people on the cover, but that's just not my style of a cover. So yeah.
No, I agree. I have the same thing.
And I wasn't even planning of getting like them because
I mean, e-reader works.
yeah.
I have that one. I have that too, but then I get greedy and I want all the books.
I like having paperbacks, physical copies of books, but sometimes I get free ebooks. Sometimes it's like a trap.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And you see a free ebook. Oh, why not? Because it's free. I'm not even spending any money.
But even when it's not free, like when I start buying ebooks, my brain doesn't understand that I'm buying ebooks because I don't see them.
Yeah.
So I tend to buy N1, N2, N3,
Yes.
and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Definitely. And I tend to forget about them because I don't see them. I put this thing away and I don't have 200 what books more.
Yeah.
There should be an ebook readathon. I don't know if that's a thing, but
I think there has been one.
Probably at some point.
Yeah. There are so many readathons.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can pretend like I don't actively participate, but I mean, I'm hosting a desert-a-thon, so.
I was
Yeah.
participating a lot last year, but this year, not really.
I think
don't
I
know.
did one this year. I only did Polarthon.
I kind of did it because I read only one book.
Mm.
I read 3.
So it's like,
yeah, I read 3. Of 2, they were very, very short, but I mean, I participated anyway. We
A book
tried.
is a book.
Yeah, I was in the team. I was supporting Sasha for as much as I could.
yeah. I supported with my one book. I don't know what that did.
Hey,
But...
like Sasha just said, a book is a book.
Yeah.
I am reading Fable, by the way, by Adrienne Young. You can't really.
Which
see.
one?
Fable.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the dust jacket with me. I took it off. I am 11 pages in, so I'm not that far in.
I read it like this year, last month, I think.
Hello. Is that a good representation? Hello.
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 We were just talking about what we're reading. In case you missed it.
People, let us know, what are you?
Yes, what are you reading? Like I said,
if
I'm
you're
reading
anything.
Yeah, if you're reading, unless you're doing something else. I sometimes use these reading sprints to do uni work. It's very motivating, surprisingly.
Yep. So Fable, you started it? Or
yeah,
are you gonna start
I'm like 10 pages in, and something that I personally already am really enjoying is the fact that it's first person. I don't know, I just really like first person narrative. And also the fact that I loved her other books, so I am excited to see what this will be like, because I've heard that this one is even better than Sky in the Deep, and Sky in the Deep was one of my absolute favorites, so I hope the ending is a little bit rushed, but I can excuse it because of the fact that I love the characters so much. They're broody, sassy, like all the right amounts of asshole for me.
Okay.
So we'll see. It's also not that big, so I will probably have finished this pretty quickly. And then I have a book that frightens me because I'm reading it because a friend wants me to read it, and if I don't like it, she will murder me.
Something bone.
Yeah, the Bone Witch. I have it, like, it's right there, and if I don't love it, I like Cheyenne is gonna murder me all the way from America.
They will.
she's gonna murder me. So I'm gonna leave that for now, and yeah. You're reading the, whoa, how do I pronounce this? Cajun? Sort of Cajun?
Kagan?
Kagan?
I don't know.
I mean, that title already sounds really intimidating.
Yeah.
But as long as it's good, right? Okay, well, I mean, as long as I like it. If I dislike it, then I'm dead. But if I say I like it, it's not my favorite, we're fine. So that's why I'm reading Fable first. Okay, yeah, it's okay.
Ah, so you were right, Cajun.
Hey, Cajun. Okay. Well, it's fine. We know what you're talking about, so should be fine.
But I feel like for names, authors should put like some kind of lexic or whatever at the end of the book with the pronunciations, because I mean, unless you're listening to the audiobook, you don't really know how to pronounce the names, I feel. But that's just because many of us non-native English speaker are just making up sounds. I don't know. But yeah.
I remember that I found out that I was actually pronouncing Farah from like A Court of Thorns and Roses, like fair. And it got to that point where Femke and I were so obsessed with it that we started to incorporate things, and we would basically just start going like, this isn't fair. We did our research, and it was so bad. And I could no longer look myself like I could no longer look myself in the mirror. It was so bad. And then I realized that it wasn't fair, but it was fairer. And I cannot cope. So bad. But yeah, we survived. But yeah, there's a lot of names that I would like pronunciations for.
Okay, to be fair,
Yeah.
I never read Akotar, and every time I saw that name, I was like, fair. I'm that bad.
It's not just me. Wait.
Ooh.
Damn. I mean, as long as that's it's an excessive glossary. Is that then is there like a link in the book that you can like type in to then download a glossary? Or is it, it could also just be on their like author website. Like I've seen extensive glossaries. I mean, try looking up the glossary in, what was it? I think it's the Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. That glossary was so long, it's nearly longer than the book was.
Oh, wow.
At least it felt like that for me. Oh, that is pretty cool. The ebook has a download link. Ah. That's new for me. Also, I agree with this wholeheartedly.
A lot of fantasy books has crazy names.
Yeah, that's true.
I sometimes don't even try to pronounce. The main character from Blood and Ash, her real name, is like the one I don't know how to pronounce, so I just ignore it. So everyone calls her Poppy, but so the real name, I say, I don't know. It starts with a P. That's all I can say.
Well, she's becoming your friend, so you can give her a nickname or whatever at that point.
I feel like this is something we all do. Just ignore the glossaries and then complain about not knowing how to pronounce things.
Yeah. Or when you have words in another language in the book that are not explained, like if I'm not reading the ebook, I'm not gonna check the meaning of that word because, yeah.
That's why I like reading books in Latvian in translation, because then they usually translate those, and like in the bottom of the page, they translate the word and say what language it is in.
That is actually really, really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read the book, so the one I finished yesterday was The Nightmare Thief, and it is actually a middle grade. And there is some kind of bird. I don't know if it's a parrot or not, but he speaks French. So I understood everything, but then there was always one character saying, "Did you say that?" and blah, blah, blah. So it was translating what the bird was saying, but it was incorporated in the dialogue kind of thing. And it really felt natural. And I like that, like a lot. So
it's really helpful for readers, but especially in middle grade, I think it's really important because of the fact that a lot of middle grade readers don't know a lot of languages. At least I didn't when I was that age, a long, long time ago.
Yeah, we learn like Dutch. We're starting learning Dutch here when we are 5, I believe. So, but that's it. Like it's just Dutch and French at school.
Wait, no English then?
Yes, but English is only after like in high school kind of thing. So I learned English. I was 14, 15.
Yeah, okay.
But to be honest, I left school. I wasn't able to speak a word in English, except for to be or not to be. That's the question, and that kind of thing. I wasn't able to have a conversation, and that's when I started traveling by myself that I learned English. So, yeah.
English was the only class that I failed in 7th grade.
See?
So in all 12 years of school, English was the only one I failed at for 1 year.
And
But
now
it
you
was
have a
because of the
BookTube
teacher.
channel.
But it was because of the teacher. I just didn't understand like what she wanted from me. But yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's usually the teachers in general. Like I feel like the level of English that I've had in high school was so below the level of English that I had at that point that the classes were useless.
Mm. Yeah, it really depends. Like I learned Spanish in high school, and then I had an amazing teacher. Like after 6 months, I was able to have a conversation with a native. So it was like an amazing teacher. But for English, oh my God. So yeah.
Yeah. But
Whoa.
it's the same here in Latvia. We learn it from like really early English, and then we have usually two languages. First, you choose. In my school, it was you could choose between English and German, and then in year 6 you choose your second language, and you can choose between English, German, and Russian. It depends on what's your first language, like not the Latvian, but like the first foreign language that you chose. So I learned English and Russian.
That's really cool. I think we've always had Dutch. Like I'm from the Netherlands, so we usually have a little bit of English during elementary school, technically speaking. And then once you go to high school, depending on the level that you're going to, you need 2 extra languages. And then I think English is mandatory here in the Netherlands. And then you can either pick French or German. And I went for German because French, I could, like, it's so beautiful, but it's so difficult.
It is. It is. So
I can't. It's just, it's so much fun, but even my teacher told me, like, you know what? You can just flunk your tests. I know you're not going to pick this because you're so bad at it. Which was kind of sad, but true.
no, but it is very difficult. You have exceptions for exceptions, and even native. Like I cannot tell you how many times we together check on Google how to spell something because it's so complicated. And I work with people who are from Belgium, 100%, and have always speak like French or whatever, spoken French, and so it's not that easy. Yeah, but German is actually easier thanks to Dutch, I feel.
German is very, very close to Dutch, but not as close as people might say it is, because I feel like in German, it's a lot more straightforward, because in Dutch, everything is an exception to an exception. They're so, like, the Dutch language is actually a lot more difficult, and there's a lot of things that cannot be explained. So at one point you're like, okay, this is the rule. And then somebody goes to apply that rule, and then no, for this time it's something different, and it just continues on like this. So luckily for me,
the rejection, the words going at the end or switched, etc. You don't have that in German.
No, true. Have a nice meal. I was just eating in between, so see you in a little bit. Like they said, they'd be back soon, so we'll see in a little bit. Speaking of, shall we in a little bit start our first sprint?
Yes.
How long do we want to do it for? Like, shall we start with like 30 minutes or something?
Yeah.
I'm good. Yep.
So, like, when do we want to start? Anybody have a...
Like at 30?
Yeah. Shall we start at 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've already been talking for 25 minutes.
Is that I feel like that's usually the case with reading sprints. It's just...
Oh, I'm not judging, but it went so fast.
Yeah. But it's also, I find it when I'm watching reading sprints, it's always so mesmerizing to just watch people talk about life.
I know.
It's like as if you're like watching friends talking and then reading together. It's just so cozy.
Like Friends, or Friends the series, like the show. I was like confused for 1 second.
No, like actual friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
I also feel like a lot of people like are doing reading sprints at the moment, so I feel like a lot of people are just into hanging out, though not physically hanging out.
Yeah.
Because that's the only hanging out we can do.
True. But also, I love that you can see then the people you usually watch in a different way as well, like more relaxed and just like there is no cut in between scenes, etc. So I like it.
Yeah.
It's like more personal a bit.
Yeah. And also more laid back. Like when I film a video, I think we talked about this a little bit ago, Sasha, about the makeup thing. Like I'm personally like all dolled up and I'm like looking all fleek. And then when I'm doing either reading vlogs or things like this, I'm like, okay, I'm wearing a sweater and I don't care. We're chill.
Yeah, nothing on my face right now.
I have a chapstick on. That's it.
I did, but then I had food and now it's gone.
Yeah,
it's just very laid back. Also very nice to just get to know people, see what they're reading, and just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, more natural, like
in
their element.
It also feels like
you what I got.
Oh my god!
Not dead yet.
Those are daffodils. I bought in a shop, so I have something, and this one is gonna bloom like soon.
Looks like.
They also they always grow like wildfire. Whenever you get them, like just a couple of days and like they're green, and then almost like you can almost see them grow.
Yeah, I got it like 2 days ago. It's like this much has grown already. So.
Wow. Do you have other plants in your room? I'm curious now.
I have.
I'm like the plant mom.
I can show one, but I have in the kitchen too. But I don't have a lot because I tend to kill them. I have this.
Ooh.
I don't know what it's called, but in Latvian it's money tree. So
it looks a bit like a ZZ plant, but I'm not sure.
It looks like the one I have that eats like, how do you call that?
Flies?
The energy, like radio waves and Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I don't know. I should look up what it's called in English, but I don't know. I have this one, and I have the same, but like really big. And this is a baby of that one.
Oh. I actually have a lot of plants, just not here. They're all
this is the only one that I have here. All other two I have in the kitchen.
Hello.
Hi.
I can't keep plants alive somehow. Well, it depends on the plant for me. On the one hand, I'm a thriving plant mom, and on the other hand, I cannot keep calatheas alive.
You have to find the one that works for you. Like mine are fly traps. I love fly traps.
They're so cute as well.
Yep.
I like the ones that doesn't need a lot of attention. Yeah. That can live without water for like a week or two or even more.
3, 4.
Because I'm bad. It doesn't matter that I see them every day. I still can't water them regularly. Yeah. So I'm bad at it. Just the same I'm with vitamins. I can have them visible in the kitchen. I still will forget them.
Maybe, I mean, fake plants would work. I mean, I've actually killed a succulent the other day because I didn't water it.
Oh my
I mean-
god, how do you kill a succulent? It's like killing a cactus.
I'm good at aeroids. Like, I'm good at like actual plants that need me watering it. And then when a plant doesn't really need water, I can't. I kill it because I don't water it. Poor thing. Yeah, I thought so too, by the way, that a money tree has a braided start. But
in Latvian, it's called like, I translated what it's called in Latvian, but I don't know, jade plant looks, if I looked it up right.
I mean, that
In
sounds
English.
familiar, but
yeah, it's jade plant. If you want to
Ooh.
look up, so
I'll look it up in a little bit. I'm curious now.
that's what I have. But in Latvian, we call it money tree. So I don't know from where it comes, but yeah.
I mean, I really like that name. So, fun fact: we actually call I think you pronounce it like Pilea peperomoides, something along those lines. We actually call that a pancake plant here in the Netherlands. No, it's seriously like in Dutch we call it a pannenkoekenplant, pancake plant.
Pannenkoekenplants.
They're actually really cute. Oh, it's 31. I see. Shall I quickly pull up a timer?
Yay!
Let's read.
I think it's that one. There we go. Are we ready?
Even that is green.
I have a theme. We can make it a different color if we want.
Oh
Like,
no, I love green. I love it. Don't worry.
We can also make it red to make it. Green is a little bit more chill.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just teasing you.
It's a plant thing. That's why it's green. All right. Are we all ready to start?
Yes.
See you in 30 minutes.
Yay.
Yay. No. Hello? I was trying not to shout too hard, just so I'm not scaring anybody.
That's okay.
How did all of your reading go?
I'm halfway through that thingy,
And
and I don't know why I was expecting like high sci-fi, whatever, like the books we usually read,
Yeah.
but it's like about life, but instead of saying, I don't know, oh, the tree has fruit on it, whatever, it has tiny references to the great black distance, or the planets, or the stars, black hole, etc. So it's interesting. I'm liking it. So
It sounds really interesting.
yeah, so I'm happy.
that's good.
You getting any further into From Blood and Ash?
Yes, there was an attack.
Oh
It was
no.
intense.
I feel like there are many attacks in that book, because every time I ask you,
No.
oh, someone was attacked, or something bad happened, or war, or whatever. I thought it was like a romantic kind of book. No, it's not.
It is a fantasy romance, but there is more to the story. So
Okay.
it's not only like a romance, but yeah.
I see something's
going on and I don't know what, but I have my I know that something's not right. And I want to know what is happening.
I'm now I'm half curious to read this book now, but I'm also scared because you said you weren't as into it as everybody else seemed to be. So I'm a little bit scared. I've read about 30 pages of Fable, I think, and oh my god, I can already tell that this main protagonist, have you read what is it? Daughter of the Pirate King by Tracy Liebensauer? It this main protagonist feels a lot like Alosa, so I am loving it so far.
Ooh, like a bit sassy, sure of herself,
Yeah.
Okay.
But not as sure of herself as Alosa was, but she's definitely it definitely gives me the sailing and pirating vibe. So I'm really enjoying it so far. Really,
Isn't it
really
a refilling of The Little
No.
Mermaid? No? Okay.
I don't know.
No.
I usually am very bad at giving synopsises for books as it is, because I just don't know a lot about books, and I just, about the books I read. I read the synopsis once, and then it stays on my TBR for very long, and then I'm like, oh, I have to read this now. What was it about again? Very bad.
So you've read it, Liana?
Yes, I read it in February.
Okay.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay,
okay.
Good. Otherwise, I'd be scared now.
I pre-ordered the sequel from Fairy Loot, so.
Oh.
Speaking of covers I don't like, the Fairy Loot, Fable, and Namesake covers. I don't like them.
Let me check them.
They are different, much different, yeah.
I definitely prefer the regular ones to the Fairy Loot ones. Also, I see that some more people have joined, by the way. Let me just... Ooh. As in the first Percy Jackson book? That's cool, though. I see that.
I read the first one year ago.
I haven't read the series at all.
My father's actually just finished it. We gifted him the entire book set for Christmas last year, I think. He already read them once, and now he's rereading them and reading the Apollo Trials. He's starting the new book. You wonder where I get my reading from. Lauren is here. There's more people. The Secrets of Winterhouse. I don't know that book.
That's that's Amita Great. It has a snowy kind of cover. It's all green and white, right? I think that's it.
Rebecca can tell us. Also, I feel like you're still thinking in prompts for Polarthon.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was intense. It's still in my mind.
I get that. Ooh, Siege and Storm. I personally loved Shadow and Bone, like all three of them, like the original trilogy. So I love it.
I enjoyed them too.
Mm. I prefer Six of Crows, but they were good too.
I love
Six
both.
of Crows, yeah, I really liked it.
Really, really
I
good.
finished it like what? Not last year. Last Monday, I had a vlog, like reading Six of Crows. So yeah.
Six of Crows is definitely 5 stars. I actually think. Yeah. My pillow is actually Six of Crows related.
No, Manners, no funeral. I want that tattooed on my body somewhere.
Do it.
I will. I want that, and Be Sure, like from the Wayward Children series. I want those 2 tattoos.
It was indeed the first Percy Jackson book. For book club. That's always the best reads.
Yeah.
I think this, yes, actually.
Whiskey? I think it's Touch of Whimsy, not whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, but that would be so cool, though.
Touch
Yeah,
of Whiskey.
she mentioned it. She's. I think.
Imagine
By the way,
having a great book club for Touch of Whiskey. I mean, that's fine because we're
I would
adults.
be. I feel like Gavin would be down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think this yes is like related to your description of the book, by the way.
Yeah, I need to read it, by the way, so I hope you're enjoying it.
I can't let Polarthon go either. I feel like no one can. Like who actually has joined. Everybody's like attached.
Yeah, but imagine like it was so intense for us on the other side, like with all the lives every single day.
Every day.
I read like 10 books in a week. Never happened to me before. I was fried at the end. So,
were you the one who read the most books per person, or was it like?
Like what do you mean, the team or just me?
Yeah, as in the team leaders, because I feel like Pris was also going like rapid fire.
Yeah, she read a lot as well. I believe she read like 7 books, so one a day. But yeah, that was just insane. Like, to be honest, I took the week off that week because I knew it would be completely crazy, and it was crazy, but in a good way. But at the end of the week, I don't know if you watched the last live, I was so tired that I cried over a book. I still don't understand why I cried. Like, there was some kind of poem at the end of the book, and I read it and started crying, but I was so tired.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody loved Polarthon. It's just so wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw parts of the last live show and I was like, I feel like everybody at this point is just tired. That was dedication.
Yeah.
It was. So we'll see you at Meltdown in July. Yeah.
Someone joined us. She's not reading, but she joined us.
No.
I have someone with me too.
Oh, the fluff. Also, sorry about the spooky light. It just keeps on flickering. No.
Hey, Halloween, it's all year long. I'm fine with it.
Okay. Can you say hi, Nina? Fun fact, Nina is not named after Nina Zienik from Six of Crows, but her name was Nina, so it was convenient for me.
And where is it from?
As in well, she was already named Nina when I got her from the shelter, but I was like, that is perfect because we can now pretend like we actually named her after character in Six of Crows.
Yeah.
What's your cat called? That sounded weird. But... What?
Sen.
Oh.
It's mushroom in Latvian.
That's so cute. Also, I think you're good, Sasha.
I will read it at one point. As usual, so many books, so little time, so I have to be picky. But definitely on my priority.
Yeah, I will get that tattooed on my forehead because it's so true.
I don't know about that, but sure, go ahead.
Maybe a removable one.
Yeah, I would stop you if it was a real one.
Yeah. Please do, if I ever get that crazy. Yeah.
Oh. No, I want Mooney on my lap.
He still has a shaved belly. Very sad. Look at that belly.
Was it just a little bit?
No, it's like this is completely like shaved. She had like both an ultrasound and like what is it called? Like an X-ray.
Yep.
To check what was going on. So now she's bald in a lot of faces for now, but it'll grow. It'll grow.
Yeah.
That's a style.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like cats and like pets are stealing the show here.
Yeah, it's cat time. By the way, I'm looking at the Fairy Loot covers. I really love, like you showed me, Liane, last time. Lore has a beautiful cover and the spread edges. I love that.
Those edges. I love that one.
There's like the same snake shiny on the.
Actually,
that's the only reason.
Yeah.
But there's no title on the spine, right?
As on the spine, no.
No, I think Femke mentioned that like it's so beautiful, but I can't stand the fact that there's no title on the spine.
Isn't there a quote?
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
on the
beautiful.
naked book, there is a quote like.
Yeah, that's like come on, the Lee Bardugo one, King of Scars. I also have the one with a quote on the spine, I believe. We are monsters who decided monsters. I can't remember.
That from Fairy Loot as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, no. No, it was from Illumicrate.
Oh, yeah. Illumicrate is doing the second one too, I saw. But
I ordered it.
I didn't because I don't have the first one from them, so I'm just gonna buy a regular copy. So.
Yeah, I have the first book, which was a signed like Waterstones edition. I've not read it yet, but I mean,
no comments.
I haven't read I read Six of Crows just now, so I still have to read Crooked Kingdom and King of Scars.
Crooked Kingdom will kill you. It tore my heart out.
I hate how the first book ended.
I don't remember how the first book ended.
I don't like that.
Oh, I remember how the first book ended. Never mind, I remember.
Yeah. I'm not going to say because maybe someone hasn't read and
no, don't say anything.
I didn't enjoy the ending because I understand that it sets like for the second book.
Yeah.
It's going to be what happens there, but yeah. So I will read it hopefully soon, but we'll see.
Really good. At least
you have the choice, like to actually read the sequel right after. Imagine those people who were like years ago waiting for that sequel and being like, "What the heck was that?"
Oh no!
Yeah, I hate waiting for sequels.
Me too.
Hate it so much.
Yeah.
And then you wait for the entire series to be out, and then you're like, "Oh, so many books. I don't want to commit." So.
Duologies all the way.
Yeah, that's why I like standalones and duologies, but if it's more than 3 books, I'm like, why? Especially if they are big.
I read the first book in the Fallen Kingdom series, and I enjoyed the book. It's just there's like 7 or 8 in that series, and it's so much.
Oh my.
but I enjoy it. And I've already spoiled myself for like one of the final books, so that's good. Which was unintentional because I was writing an essay on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to write an essay on like basically like the age of characters in novels. And I was like, let's just look at characters that are like 16 going through war. And I was at the time reading Fallen Kingdom, so I thought, you know what, I'll just use that one. And then I started researching things and spoiling myself, which is very logical. I just wasn't very smart.
Yeah, that wasn't the best of a choice, but
Nope. You can sit here.
No.
Ooh, that is really cool.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yes,
yeah,
very cute.
definitely.
Also wants to get lore in April.
I hope it's good,
Me
but
too.
I probably will get to it. Who knows when?
I feel like I've read other things by Alexandra Bracken. I just
haven't
don't
read-
remember. Was it
The
To Kill a
Dark-
King?
No, The
No.
Darkest Minds.
Crystal.
Darkest
Right
Minds, yeah.
series.
Yeah. I read that one. And then I think she has a duology like Passengers or something.
Yeah, Passenger. Oh,
No.
that's by her.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't
yeah.
read that one yet, but
I haven't read
wanna
anything by
read
her.
it.
I feel like I've
That was the one with the ship in the barrel on the cover.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
ship thing, yeah.
I remember that
Yeah.
cover, but I don't know what the book is about.
See, covers matter.
Yeah. But this is the
Definitely.
thing. There's this the thing. I feel like everybody says like, hey, don't judge a book by its cover. Yet we all do. Everyone does
Of
that.
course we do, because that's the first thing we see about a book.
Yeah.
Especially if we don't know, like,
Yeah.
if we follow our favorite authors, then we know what they are writing if they
Can't-
let
you
us
can't
know.
see
But
It's that one.
yeah,
Yep.
I like that cover.
Yeah.
I think the second one is even prettier. This is better, I think. Nope. No, there's a glare now. There. That works.
Yep.
Semi works. I think
Yeah.
the second one is like purple. Yeah.
So Sasha doesn't like it. Sasha doesn't like purple.
I'm sorry.
I think you will fight with Femke. It's her favorite color.
I like purple
yeah, I
too.
know. But
I also-
I just love purple eyes. I found
I'm gonna have purple hair.
Oh,
And,
when?
soon. I don't know.
That's
I'm
so
waiting
cool.
for the hair color to arrive, but it's the one that washes out. I'm not gonna
Okay.
do
So
the
cool,
permanent
though.
one, but
But see,
we'll see
I don't
how
like
it looks.
purple, but I love it on eyes, on hair, on nails, but not clothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But on hair, it's gonna be sick. In a good
It
way.
also
Wish I could show you the color, but
maybe you
I don't
turn
know
down
if
the
it's gonna work.
brightness.
Like,
Oh, that looks really good. Like an aubergine kind of.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
almost aubergine. Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm scared, but
So cool. I once tried to dye my hair blue. Didn't go great. I actually had it bleached from like here down like a couple of years ago. Oh, I see Femke's here. Hello.
Hello. Sorry
hi.
for the disheveled look. Everything took a little bit longer. I had just had a hot shower. So, but I'm here.
Oh, good.
I just had my fitness class and it rained, so I was soaking wet and very cold.
Oh
You
no,
did that
was it
outside?
Yeah, we can't do it inside at the moment because of COVID rules.
Yeah.
I knew that. Never mind.
Which ugh.
I don't know what's happening with my light. Wait a second.
You're
Like
also
this
doing.
It's a party. Hi.
Lauren says hi.
Hi, Lauren. I'm finally here.
You sent me a message like half an hour ago or something. Like 20-ish minutes ago. Like I'm back. I'll be there as soon as possible. And I was like, I'll just see you arrive.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I was very cold, so I just needed to warm up under the shower, and now I'm very warm, so now I need to cool down again. Because, moderating temperatures is apparently not a skill that I have.
I mean, usually we're either too warm or too cold. Like there's no in between.
Yeah.
Usually.
I'm
Speaking
sure
of,
we'll talk about this, but what are you guys reading?
I was just about to ask, what are you reading? It's in my name, and I probably told you that I'm reading it.
Right. Yeah.
What does that mean? You've read it already? Because is it good?
No,
Bad?
I mean it's in the name.
Right. I'll put it mainstream so it's easier to read.
Yeah, I just didn't look at what your name was. Basically.
Fair. I mean, you know who I am, so you don't need to look at my name.
No, I mean this was still there from last Saturday, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm reading Fable.
And I'm reading Life on Mars, which is a collection of sci-fi-ish poems. So
that sounds interesting.
It is so far. It's like about life, but with planets or dark holes, etc., incorporated in that kind of philosophy, let's say. So it's good so far.
And I'm reading From Blood and Ash.
Ooh, that's exciting. Are you liking it?
It's okay.
No, not really.
We'll see what I think at the end.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What are you reading, Femke?
I'm reading 2 books at the same time. I'm reading Bridge of Souls.
Oh.
And I'm reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Also, quick question. I'm just curious. Did it also, you told me that you had ordered Bridge of Souls. Did it arrive on the same day? Because you ordered it on the same day delivery.
It did. It was like 9:30, I think. It was very late, but it did arrive on the same day. Like the company I used to order from, I have like a subscription on their shipping services, I suppose. It's the best way to call it. So you can choose like extra fast delivery or delivery on Sundays or whatever. And for this one, delivery on the same day was available. So I was like, let's try it. We'll see. Because honestly, I don't really trust their shipping. Because pre-orders always go wrong. Always.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll see. I mean, it's not like I needed it the same day, but I was like, it's not costing me anything extra, so might as well try it. So yeah it did arrive on the same day.
I think I got Bridge of Souls the soonest from all the pre-orders that I pre-ordered. Is that a sentence?
Yeah.
Because it was like 2 days late or something, and usually it's weeks or months. So.
Yeah, I think for me it was We Hunt the Flame. I think that came the next day, and I was very surprised.
The
earliest
I pre-ordered a lot,
is...
but they never arrive in time for me.
No,
well, okay, so
me neither.
Like at the same time.
Are pre-orders ever on time?
For some people, I think yes, but
I mean,
if
you live in
the US, me never.
Yeah, I think if you live outside UK, US, then
that's
possible to get them on time because they don't ship them early.
That's probably true.
And the really sad thing is that probably some of my Waterstones pre-orders that had to come from the UK arrived more quickly than the ones from bol.com.
Same.
Which honestly, I mean, that was pre-Brexit, so.
And bol.com is in the Netherlands, just for anybody wondering.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it by the name, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought just to specify.
Well, I feel you on that because there is a bookstore here we call Fnac. I believe it's everywhere in Europe. And usually when I order for them, I get the book like the day after. And I ordered something, it arrived 1 month after when I ordered something from the UK, Waterstones, it took them like 4 days to arrive, like all the books. So it's really weird. It's really weird.
Was that between what was it, like across the green grass field? Because that was very late, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, that one! But that was the fastest, because actually I ordered it early January, something like that, and it was released on January 12th, and I got it end of February, which
Yeah,
is
I was
super
so
fast.
late.
Yeah, but it is fast for me because every single book I pre-ordered, I got them 3 or 4 months after.
Oh
So
my God.
it's just insane. And all my pre-orders were from Waterstones or Amazon. So now I try to pre-order just closer to the date, finger crossed, but it doesn't work for me. I don't get it.
No, I don't think even bol.com is that late.
No.
It's usually a couple of weeks.
I think the longest I had to wait was for A Court of Wings and Ruin,
Yeah.
which I think took 3 months to get to me. And
Yeah.
I was so highly disappointed by the book that by the time I actually got it, because I had already read it, because I had borrowed Femke's copy, she had it early, that I was literally just like, oh, it's here, fine.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
I got it really early because I got it in a subscription box
Yeah, that was it.
that doesn't exist anymore.
Which one was it?
Right, the Dutch one.
What was it called? Celebrate Books, I think. Celebrate Books. I have no idea. I don't think it's been in business for like at least a year and a half or something. It's been a while. Their boxes really weren't great, especially if you're used to like Fairy Loot or Illumicrate, something like that. So I mean, that's maybe not entirely fair either, but yeah, it's I got it really quickly then. I think I actually got that on release day or maybe the day after. I got that really quickly. But
yeah, it was really quickly.
I have basically just given up on pre-orders arriving on time.
Yep.
Yeah, but it depends on the book. There are books you can wait, like it's okay. But the Wayward Children series, I want that book as soon as it's out. Like I cannot wait. So I had to get the ebook. The day it was released, I got the ebook. So
I
mean, I think you read it in one sitting as well, from what I remember. Didn't you read it like during a reading sprint or something? I remember you watching you reading that book.
Yeah, it was during a read with me kind of video. So I filmed myself reading it, just edited and posted it. But yeah, I read it like in 1 hour and a half. So yeah.
Also, I am curious, Lauren, what do you think of Skyward? Because I need to read more sci-fi and I need to know what you think.
It's good.
Yeah, you should read it. It's really good.
I know I should read it.
I want to read it too.
I personally thought the middle bit could have been a little bit shorter. I found it a little bit repetitive, but like overall, it was for me like a solid 4-star read.
Oh, that is
very easy for sci-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, if Femke rates it 4 stars, I usually do too. Because whatever I like, Femke likes, and vice versa. Most of the time. Like 99% of the time.
Yeah. There's a very few exceptions. Very few.
Especially if it's urban fantasy, because you're more of an urban fantasy.
Yeah, you don't like urban fantasy, so that's not fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I still want you to read. Let me scoot out. I still want you to read this series.
Is that Sanctum?
It's the
oh, the Nalili Singh one. Yeah, I know.
I really like it. I'm still trying to get her to read it, but I've been trying for the past 4 years and I have not been successful.
Just by the cover and the name, it looks like, I mean, it sounds a lot like City of Bones, whatever. No, that kind of urban fantasy. No,
it's adult. So I think that personally makes it a lot better. No, not necessarily, but especially considering like Mortal Instruments and everything is not really my jam. But it's basically kind of like a parallel universe-ish. I mean, it's urban fantasy, so it's kind of our world, but kind of not. Where you have archangels at the top of the food chain, and then there's angels and vampires and other assorted creatures, basically, which I won't get into because that will be spoilers for the series. And there's also vampire hunters, essentially, and the main character is a vampire hunter, and she is hired by the Archangel of New York for a job, which goes horribly wrong.
Wait, it sounds a lot like Armentrout. She wrote a book with vampires and angels.
The Lux series, right?
I believe, yeah, it sounds
But
like
Lux,
this one.
I think they're aliens, from what I remember. The Lux series they're aliens, right?
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Yeah, I've read all
Let
4
me
of them
check.
years and years and years and years and years ago, but I think they're aliens.
Maybe it's not that then. Let me check.
But
Also,
Jennifer Armentrout has written quite a few books, so
true.
there's a good chance it's another one.
Also, can I just say that this
Yeah.
is absolutely horrifying?
Oh no.
The what?
Did you eventually get it or get a new one?
Ooh.
Oh, it just says it right there. Oh my god. I will now.
Read it till the end.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, but
Brexit is a mess. Honestly, they had like 4 years to prepare for it. There's absolutely no reason it should be this big of a mess.
Yeah. Half-Blood, the Covenant series.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Have
I
you
have
read
heard of that. That is on my never-ending, like, non-physical TBR. Because, like, Sasha and I already talked about this on Saturday. Like, my physical TBR is 237 books. Maybe 236 by now. I'm not sure. Let me check. I have a list. Let me check.
And I thought 30 unread books on your shelf was a lot.
Shh.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm buying books more quickly than I can read them, unfortunately.
Well, I could say the same, but it's more like Femke buys me more books than I can read at the time, especially around my birthday. Because every single time I'm like, Femke, no. And Femke's like, yeah, Femke, yes, Femke, yes.
She doesn't hear no. Doesn't
No,
know what that word means.
no.
If it comes
No,
to books.
it's not in my vocabulary. It's just like my dog. My dog doesn't listen to no. I mean,
It's
you
like-
say no and he looks at you and he does yes.
It's like books. Yes.
Yeah. Talking about books, I also have your copy of From Blood and Ash here, Esmay. And potentially the Kingdom of, what's it called?
The
Kingdom of
Wicked.
If you still want it. If you don't manage to get the Fairy Loot one. Yo! Sorry.
Why are you telling everybody my dark secrets?
My mom just called to tell me she's walking the dog, so
That's good.
that's why I yelled. It wasn't directed at you.
I figured. Okay, now I need to read Skyward.
Yes, you should.
Yeah,
I
it
will.
was really good. And for sci-fi, it's really like for newbies. If you're not into sci-fi, I feel like this one is really easy to get into. And
Yeah.
I loved what happened. So yeah, it was maybe a bit repetitive at some point, a bit like slow at the same time, but really I would recommend it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, like I said, that's my main complaint.
Oh, you have the pretty edition.
I got that one as well. Was it also in the Fairy Loot?
Yes.
Yep.
This is the
Yeah.
very
November-
little.
November
that one.
2017 off the top of my head.
Yeah. I'm getting the other cover because otherwise I'm broke.
The
My
other
one-
one is the American
US.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, US.
Yeah.
I like these covers better.
Yep.
Me too. But I mean, I prefer not to spend like 100 euros on one book.
Why would you spend one? What is it that expensive now?
Yep.
Yeah, it's no longer like it's not being printed anymore. So if you need to buy it secondhand,
Yeah,
So-
UK hardbacks are out of print, and in addition, if you want the Fairy Loot one with sprayed edges, you're going to pay a lot more.
well, that one's even
mean-
more expensive. Like I've seen the regular one already go for like 80 or up.
Yep.
So
Uh,
I will take another cover gladly.
Yeah, and this is literally the reason I have like 4 different editions of Empire of the Vampire on pre-order already, and it doesn't come out until September.
You know, that is not that many for you, considering you have like 6 or 7 from Eddie LaRue.
6.
And you weren't
I
even
didn't
the biggest
even
fan of
enjoy the book.
Didn't even enjoy the book. Has 6 different versions.
But they are pretty.
That's very true.
They're very pretty.
Did you try on Book Depository? Because I just found the Skyward UK edition for 19 euros.
Is that the hardback or the paperback?
Both. So the paperback is 11 and the hardback is 1958.
What is happening?
Yeah, for
I will
me,
check.
it
I will
was
check this.
22.
And you can see like the 2 different covers.
Let's just check to be sure whether this is the right ISBN. Because Book Depository.
Anyway.
Yeah, because it's not the same date. Like the one that was released on March 4th is the UK cover, and then you have the November. Wait.
Okay, apparently we also have to look at the French covers. Not that I will be able to read them.
What are the French covers?
What is the
Let
book
me
called in
check.
French?
Skyward as well, I believe. Because
Oh.
that's also super weird, is that I've noticed the past year and a half, almost all the books that I recommend to my mom, thanks to BookTube, have the same title in French and the same cover, which wasn't the case before. So even if the book is in French, the title is in English. So that's weird. But that's amazing. That's weird.
That as well. It's really annoying.
See?
French. Oh.
But I find it amazing. How I don't get it. Like, because if someone doesn't speak English at all, he's going to go to the store and be like, oh, Skyward, I don't get it. And he's going to move on to another book because that person doesn't understand the title. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Nope. But to be fair,
Yeah.
translators really can't do it right in the Netherlands, because if they translate the title, people are going to, moan about it because they hate the translation. But if they leave it in English, they're also going to moan about it because it's in English. And I'm like,
Okay, I can't find the French cover. I will look it up at some point. Ah. Yeah, that's about like 22 euros. That is doable. I'm getting excited now.
See?
yeah, I'm just very confused because the ISBN on Book Depository, Goodreads doesn't know it.
Oh.
And I'm very confused.
Anyway, shall we do some reading in a little bit, because we've been talking for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, sorry, it's my fault.
Oops. I will definitely do research and let all of you know by the time I actually order something. Okay, so
Maybe they reprinted it. I don't know.
I will look it up. What do we like? How long do we want to go for? Like,
Do we start at 45? If we start at 45, we can do half an hour. So past 15. 15 past, like.
yeah, that's a good plan.
And how's the book by V. Schwab, the middle grade one? Is it Soul of Bridge? Bridge of Soul?
Bridge of Souls.
Is it good so far?
It's the third one in the Cassidy Blake series, right? The first one is City of Ghosts, I think.
City of,
City of Ghosts and
yeah.
City of Bones.
Bones, I think.
Tunnel of Bones.
Bones.
Yeah.
I read the first two, not the third one yet.
No, I love the first one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I love
the
the
first
first
one.
of the sequel, but the third one, I'm curious.
second one is also really good from, at least from, I think so. I haven't read the third.
In New Orleans, right? New Orleans.
Yes, New Orleans. Yeah. So far, I like the third one least.
Oh no.
I'm not saying I hate it or something. I'm just liking it least of all three of them. Like it's to me not as intriguing as the first two.
Mm-hmm.
But
Maybe because it's repetitive because it's kind of the same story happening in 3 different places.
Maybe, yeah. I don't want to spoil, so
No.
but yeah, it's partly because it's a bit repetitive, like you said, because it's basically the same story. Girl goes to a city, parents do TV series thing. What's it called?
Documentary thing.
Documentary.
Yeah. That they're recording the episodes, and then stuff happens, and then Cassie is in trouble, basically. So far it's the same, and I'm not sure if you can see it.
Yeah, you're halfway through it almost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, a little bit further. A little bit over halfway. Maybe I haven't updated the bookmark, by the way.
I love the fact that it is in New Orleans. Like, it's not Paris. Like, I didn't enjoy the second one because it was happening in Paris. Everything has to happen in Paris. And I'm just like, so I love that it's like a different take. But I would love to see some Eastern European city, because I see that story matching. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think for me it's also a little bit because part of Addie was set in New Orleans in the French Quarter, and this is set in New Orleans in the French Quarter.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe it's also that fact that I'm reading them basically right after each other. But
I think I'm also going to read Bridge of Souls in April. Unless I can read it in March, but I don't see that happening. By the way, I've been listening to We Free the Stars as well by Hafsa Faisal, so the sequel to We Hunt the Flame. And my heart is shattered.
Oh.
It's so good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's so good. But my heart? No.
Will you cry?
Prepare for pain. Yeah, I was crying. I was in the car today because I was driving here. And at some point, I was listening to the audiobook and I was full-fledged sobbing. And people were like driving past me going like, is she fine? It was really bad.
Oh.
It's very good, though. I think I love it even more than I love the first book, which is saying something. So really, really good. So if I can recommend a book today, it's a duology, by the way. At least I think it is.
Really?
I think it is.
she wanted it to be a trilogy, but the publisher didn't agree, so it was cut back to a duology.
That's rude. Also, yes, I am filming a video or announcement thing for Desertathon next month. Or at least I should. So soon, Lauren. Soon. So yeah, it's my vibe. I love desert vibe books, so hence Desertathon. For those who are watching who have no idea what Desertathon is is a readathon all centered around desert vibed books. That comes from my very, very sort of small vibe that I love, and I'm trying to spread.
Yeah. But you can also read other books with those prompts.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing something very, very chill today, this year, like it's gonna be even chiller than last year, and I'm gonna it's gonna be all different types of prompts, and you can of course fill them with whatever you want, and then I want to sort of instate that you at least read one like desert vibe book, because I mean that's the point of the readathon.
I will keep We Hunt the Flame then for the readathon.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's really good. It's really good, but
hey, you're gonna cry.
You're gonna cry, but you're gonna be happy about it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Lauren, everything is on your potential TBR. I'm sorry, but you have too many books on your potential TBR.
I mean, it's true, but I love you anyway.
Very true.
Okay, so it's 46. Shall I turn on the 30-minute? Let's start reading. All right. See you in 30 minutes.
Yay.
Yes.
Hello, guys. Trying not to scream to scare people.
That would be a sure way to draw their attention, though.
I mean, that's true, but people would get heart attacks, so.
Yep.
I seem to have. Okay, I've lost my bookmark. Oh, never mind, found it.
Is that one of mine?
Yes,
Yes.
the koi fish one. So how did everybody do, reading-wise?
I think I read
Okay.
a
I
good
finished
quarter of the
it.
book.
Okay, who goes first? You finished the book, Sarsha?
Yeah, finished it. The first half of it was kind of sci-fi-ish. The second part of it, no. So it's definitely not a sci-fi collection of poems or whatever, but still good. I enjoyed the poems, etc., and what he was talking about. Now I really don't know how to rate these kind of books. I mean,
I'm so bad at that too. I can't write poetry.
so, but interesting, but not sci-fi. So I'm taking that back.
And here we were so excited about the fact that it might be sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no.
I feel like when you read at the end, he got inspired by other books or movies that were mostly like sci-fi. So that's where her actually inspiration comes from. So that's maybe why it's sci-fi, but I don't feel it is sci-fi. Like, don't expect aliens, battleships, or whatever. It's not about that.
So it's basically like poetry, but inspired by sci-fi.
Yeah, could explain that way. Yeah, or like life in general, but instead of talking about love and whatever, it's like or placed in the universe kind of thing. And instead of saying, oh, the wind was there, or the wind was like crazy or whatever, it's going to be, oh, the star was just on the other side, or black hole did that. So yeah, still interesting, but I don't know how I'm going to rate it. So yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
What about you two? How far did you get in?
I don't know how far about a chapter. Like, I finished the previous one that I was in the middle of, and now I'm in the middle of another chapter and in the middle of a steamy scene. So
Ooh.
yeah, things are happening.
Are you
Sorry
liking
for
it more
interrupting
already?
you.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Who?
Yeah, I also didn't hear.
I think both of you, because you talked at the same time, or at least I heard you at the same time.
Sorry. Are you at least enjoying it a bit more now? Or still like, that sounds promising?
I want to know what is behind this one character, because yeah, I want to know what's up with that. So I feel like there's something bad.
Usually true.
Like, something bad is gonna happen, and I don't like it. It's not a bad book if that's the thing that you like. So I'm not saying it's bad. So
Sure.
Just not your favorite book right now.
It probably will be a 3-star. So in the middle.
That's still good.
It's not a bad. As I said, it's not a bad book. So yeah, it's okay. There are things I enjoy in it. So
I mean, that's good at least.
yeah, I want to know how this book ends. So yeah.
I mean, that's at least
And
good.
yeah, I want to know if my guesses are right. Because I have some guesses.
That's
So,
fair.
yeah.
Which one did you continue, Femke, by the way? I mean, probably not both at the same time. Did you finish it?
No, I read about a quarter of it.
I mean, it reads very fast, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's middle grade and there's like hardly any text on a page. Like
No.
I do that way. I mean, the margins are really big, but also the space between lines. So I have like maybe about a quarter left. I have to do this like mirror image. So I tend to go this way, but I have to go that way. So yeah.
Is
and
it
I
getting
just found
better?
out why the book's called Bridge of Souls. So.
Ah, that is exciting.
Yep. Also, to me, it feels, because Cassidy is still 12 in this book, but it feels like she's older.
Oh.
Like she felt younger in the first 2 books than she does now. Like based on like tone and everything, I'd say she's like 14 or 15.
What's the time difference like between the first book and the third one? Is there like 3 years?
The first and the third? No, it's like days or maybe even weeks. It's really not a lot of time. I think. Let me think real quick. I think this one starts like the day after they arrived here from Paris.
Oh.
Because she's talking about jet lag, which you don't get if you go from here to Paris, but that's, something else entirely. From Paris to New Orleans, like jet lag is if you go the other way. But, details. But it's like 2 or 3 days, I think, have passed since Paris.
Okay.
So it's like days. So she's still 12.
Maybe it's because of the fact that she was writing Addie at the same time.
I'm not sure what it is, but I don't know. It feels more mature or something.
Fair.
Maybe because she went through hell for the 3rd time. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that sounds logical.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like it, but I do think so far I like at least out of all 3 of them. So I think so far this will also be like a 3-star. Like 3.5, depending on what happens in this last quarter of the book.
Is it a trilogy or a long series?
No, it's a trilogy. Because her reasoning basically was, if I'm not making it a trilogy, I could make it an endless series because there's plenty of haunted cities to choose from.
Cool.
So for now, it's a trilogy, but there is, I believe, like the potential for more.
Yeah, I think she said that. I watched Gavin's interview with her.
Right.
That.
Yeah.
That this is the last one, but it's not set in stone. She might write something later on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the same for the Darker Shades of Magic. I mean, Darker Shades is like a completed trilogy, but she's writing another series in that world. So.
Same for Vicious, I feel. No?
Vicious is not completed. Vicious is probably going to take another 5 years, but there's going to be a 3rd book in the series.
Oh, poor Sasha. She's like crying on the inside.
Well, nearly crying on the outside too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I think she said so. I think it was 5 years between the first and the second one. And she said there was going to be at least that between like the second and the third. But I think the second one came out in like 2016 or something, right? Or was it 18?
I don't remember.
Let me check.
Google.
Speaking of, let's quickly see. Someone finished another chapter. What book are you reading?
Yeah, 2018. Sorry.
No problem. Lauren did 27 pages.
How far into the book are you, Lauren? I'm curious. Ooh, that reminds me. I read The Lightning Thief on my Nintendo DS back in the day. It was
even possible.
apparently because I did so.
Someone likes your background, Femke.
Thank you. Thank you. It's basically 600 books. Just stacked on top of each other.
I think this is talking about the Percy Jackson series. I really have to continue. I read the first 3, I think, and then just never continued. So I really have to continue.
Yeah, I read the first 4 and never read the 5th one. But that was on my Nintendo, and I've had that Nintendo since.
What kind of spoilers is this, Lauren? Come on.
Oh, it's not really spoilers.
Oh,
I think that's like maybe 30% in. I think.
When does it begin to be a spoiler? That's a never-ending debate.
Yeah.
true. I mean, I don't mind this too much. As long as nobody tells me, like, okay, this person dies. That's a big.
Yeah, for me, like, spoilers are really like about the ending or really major plot points.
Yeah.
And this isn't really a major plot. Yeah, it's kind of, but it doesn't really spoil anything for the rest of the book.
I'll be fine.
But yeah,
I'll be fine.
I don't mind spoilers, to be honest. So
The light is
I
dimming.
actively go looking for spoilers. I'm that kind of person.
The light inside me, outside me, is dying, guys.
You're looking very purple.
Yeah,
Your hair looks purple.
It's the color you're about to dye your hair. No, it's because of my laptop. My laptop actually has, I don't know what happened to the camera in my laptop, but it turns me blue. Purple, not blue, purple. I don't know what it is. Like my sweater is also, it's like an ochre, but it looks purple, yellow. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry. You'll have to deal with purple as well.
So
Don't get me tempted. I tried to tell you the story of me trying to dye my hair blue, which was years ago, when Femke arrived, and it went so badly that they had to chop off quite a bit of my hair, and it was like fried for years. So
Yeah, I really don't know what they did at that time.
no, it's just like it's so bad. And it was a hairdresser, might I add. Like it wasn't even me who did it. A hairdresser messed up my hair. It was very sad. Anyway, let's not think of that sad hair days.
no, but I mean, if Liana does that color, it's gonna be nice.
Yes.
I hope it looks good, because if it doesn't, then you're not gonna see me for a few weeks.
I do want to see photos though.
I'm sure it will look fine. I'm sure it will look great.
I think so too.
We'll see.
Talking about bad hair days, I mean, look at this. I had an appointment for Thursday, but my hairdresser got COVID. So
oh no,
my appointment got cancelled. I mean, she's not really sick so far, so let's hope it stays that way. It's obviously the more important thing, but I have to admit I was a little bit sad.
Yeah.
I get that. I have to say that with Victoria Schwab's books, for me, it's really hit and miss. Like, I haven't read The Darker Shades yet, but I love Vicious, didn't like The Savage Song.
Yeah, but that was
that is probably part of it. And then, what was the other one? Oh, Addie LaRue was okay for me. I loved the writing, didn't really like the plot. So I think for me personally, it's really hit or miss.
But you also read The Near Witch, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed that one for what it was.
What it was. Okay.
Well, like, I have to say, like, I think it is not marketed right, because it makes it look a lot more, how do you say that? Like a lot more creepy than it is, or at least that's how I experienced it. When I read the synopsis, it was like, this is this witchy town and people, like kids start to disappear, and just the story itself was a lot less creepy than I would have liked it to be. But considering it's middle grade and considering all of that, I really enjoyed it for the book it is. Like, it is just meant to be this and not meant to be something else.
Isn't it YA?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it YA? I thought it was middle grade.
I'm sorry, when I talk, I just sounds like there's a monster in my laptop.
No, there is echo some kind, and
Yeah.
when you talk, I don't know what you're saying.
Does this help? Is it better now?
It is better.
Yeah.
Let's hope it stays away. I just muted and unmuted it. No, I think The Near Witch is YA, but it was her first book.
Oh,
Like her very first book.
fair. Yeah. Lauren's about 100 pages into Skyward.
Yeah.
I agree. Not really a spoiler. It's okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, me too. I am very bad at giving synopsises for books, which is why BookTube is definitely not the best place for me. Because whenever I film a TBR or I film something that is not a wrap-up or a reading vlog when I'm actually reading the book, I just can't say too much about a book. It's very bad.
Same here.
I don't know. I also, yeah.
If that's the type of reader, oh my gosh, of reader you are, when you don't focus on the synopsis, you just feel like you're gonna enjoy the book, so you pick it up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually try to remember what I've heard other people say about the book.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't want to read, like, just take a book and read what it said on the book. I better say, I don't know what it is about. I will read it and then know.
That's fair. I'm curious now, what book are you holding?
Wicked Like a Wildfire.
I haven't read that one.
This is very old from Fairy Loot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made a photo of that book, but it was Femke's copy.
It's if you want to know exactly, it was August 2017.
How do you remember that?
How?
How do you know this?
Weird stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I agree. I also don't really get the hype for Addie LaRue. Like, the writing is beautiful, it's just the plot is not what I would have wanted it to be.
For me
I haven't
personally,
read it.
I would have loved it a lot more if Henry wasn't in it.
Same.
But that's just me personally. And about the synopses, you know, the subject of don't read the synopsis of the third book in the Valiant trilogy, because it literally spoils 3/4 of the book.
Yeah, it does.
3/4 of the book, and it's the final book in the series.
Wow.
Nice.
I was not impressed. And it was literally like, they had to fight a war and they had 2 chapters left, and I was like,
What?
how are you going to do this?
I don't think Addie had much of a plot. It was like a memoir. Yeah, I felt like that. At least I think it felt like that.
That's the part that I actually enjoyed in that book, because I had like a natural history of dragon kind of vibes, because it was Addie basically telling her story. So I enjoyed that. But plot-wise, or even, I mean, there was nowhere in the book where I was like, okay, this is believable. Like, you know, when you can be so invested in some books and you're like, you know, it's fake, but you're like, okay, it's logical, it's believable.
Yeah.
Here, it wasn't the case for me, and that actually quite bothered me.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I feel like for having been around for as long as Addie has been around, she says and does stupid things. Like, you would think that if you're that old, you would have a little bit more knowledge on life.
I don't think she's had a lot of character growth in 300 years, because she kind of does the same things in like New York 2014 she does in France a gazillion years ago. And I also thought it was a shame that there was so little like commentary on the world from her side. Like we don't get interpretation of what the world looked like. Essentially, it was just like she's there, and that's it. There wasn't really a lot of depth, in my opinion. I would have liked to see more depth.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
Why? What can we curse?
I mean,
Go for it.
Why the fuck didn't she move around outside Europe and the US?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was too expensive to get on board.
She doesn't have any money. Anyway,
I don't know.
she could have walked.
Hello, Jane.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us don't. Like
I
that's
tend to
something.
read the synopsis once, and then add it to my Goodreads, and then forget about the synopsis. And then when I'm just reading it for BookTube, I'm like, TBR, I'm like, I have no idea what this is about, but I read the synopsis one, and that made me add it to my TBR. So here we are.
Guiding words, as in a book or like a synopsis, because I don't know what this was linked to.
Yeah, like wow.
You okay?
I don't know.
That's echoey. Esmay.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, for me too. I have no idea what's happening. Like I said, it sounds like there's a monster in my laptop, but I think it means like keywords. Like there's a magical system that does this, and
yeah, that makes sense.
So kind of like tropes, I suppose.
You're like
yeah, like elemental magic or blood magic or whatever. Yeah, makes sense.
I wish books would do that more often for certain tropes, because there's a lot of tropes for like readathons that you have to find, and then you can't find them unless you read the book, but you won't know until you read the book, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's like, I mean, you thought that it would fit that prompt before starting the book, then it's fine. I mean, even if it doesn't at the end, the goal is just to read a book. So there is no police. But I think it's also to push us to actually talk to each other and to watch other videos, etc. Because really, when you're looking for a book for a certain prompt, you just tweet it, and people like will recommend your book. So I feel like it forces us to communicate.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm always very particular with those kinds of things. I'm like, I just want to know this before I start the book, and then I read the book and I'm like, oh, it's in here.
Yeah, but that's why I love books are kind of broad, because, like, for instance, read a book with a love triangle. You don't always know that before starting the book.
No, so, true.
Like, how can you pick that as a prompt? I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Goodreads lists.
Yeah.
Usually.
It's what I tend to do. It's not always correct.
Yeah.
Like books on those lists aren't always right, but I mean.
That's fair. So do we want to do another sprint soon? We ready for another sprint?
I think I'm gonna leave because I need to sleep and need to wake up for work tomorrow morning.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's almost 11 for you, right?
Yeah.
Right, you're 1 hour ahead.
Yeah.
I think in general it might be a good idea to for us just to do one more and then also call it night.
Yeah, gotta wake up at 5 like every single day. So yeah.
You got this though.
Crazy.
You got this.
Okay.
Well, thank you for inviting me to join.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Also, let me know what you think of the book once you finish it. I'm very curious what you'll eventually think of it.
1 star.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be a 1 star. No, I don't know what what could happen
Maybe
for it to be
2.
a 1 star, but no, I'm kind of set on 3.
That's fair.
So maybe like between 3 and 4,
Yeah.
but lower, no, it's not gonna be lower, definitely. So, yeah.
There.
Okay, read.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Okay,
And
so
then-
shall we do a little bit of a shorter sprint to end it off, like 20 minutes maybe?
Perfect.
Sure.
Yeah. So do you want to start at 45?
Mhm.
Yep.
What's that?
In
Yep.
3 minutes.
Yeah. You gonna start a new book, by the way, Sasha?
I'm gonna read a graphic novel.
Ah, that's nice. Is that
Yeah.
Mercy or is it like something else?
Mercy. Yeah. It has a beautiful cover. I don't know what it
Yes.
is about, so I really bought it because of the cover.
I mean, that's a
We
running
saw-
theme.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks
Like-
gorgeous.
3/4 of the books here.
We
Probably.
know you have a lot of unread books.
It's not even just the unread ones, it's also the ones I did read.
I mean, with some of them, if you read them, you've read multiple of your physical books.
Yeah, but if I have
Mm.
if I have multiple editions of the same book, I count it as like one unread book.
Fair.
Yeah.
Not going to read the book 6 times, even though I have 6 editions.
No, that's fair. I mean, there's only a couple of books I would read 6 times. Okay, there's only one book I would read 6 times, and have read 6 times.
The Wrath of the
Rose?
Dawn.
Yep. I feel like this is the one book I will be noted, like I'll be remembered for the end of my days.
I think for me it's the Guild Hunter series, the one that I showed you, like Angel's Blood, because I
Yeah.
reread it every time a new book comes out, and we're currently on book 13.
Yep.
So I think I've read the first few, like the first 5, I think. Well,
Mm.
the amount of time since a new book came out, so like 7 times, I think.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Lauren.
Everyone knows you, Esmay.
I know. I will never stop raving about that book, even though I gave the Damned, which is the last release of Renee Audier, 2 stars.
Yeah, I hated it. I was so sad.
I cried so hard, and not because it was a good book, because I was sad that I didn't like it.
That's
I'm
kind of
so-
what I had with Addie. I was so devastated that I didn't love it. Like, I was more devastated by the fact that I didn't love it than I was actually devastated by the book.
I mean, I knew The Last Magician.
Murder Trending is a really fun book.
Also, not read that one.
Mm-mm.
I will read your favorites soon, Lauren. Eventually.
It's really fun.
Yeah, and for Sasha, it's just the Wayward Children series.
Yep.
I mean,
Everybody knows that.
yep. Okay, so I'll put the timer back in. Are we ready for the final?
Let's see if I can finish.
Yes.
Good luck. You got this. All right, let's go for the final sprint.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, that's me talking while my microphone's muted. Obviously.
This is 2020 in one sentence.
Yep. I'm nearing the halfway mark.
Ooh.
Exciting.
And I had just started it when we started the sprint, so that's going pretty fast.
Still liking
Really
it?
enjoying it. It is so much fun, and there's so much like intrigue and everything. So I'm very curious, and it seems a lot like Daughter of the Pirate King, but in a different way. But the setting is very similar, so I can definitely recommend it if anybody wants something like piratey. Definitely fun.
Sounds exciting.
It is very exciting. Did you manage to finish the book?
Yes.
That doesn't sound exciting though.
I mean, it's a middle grade, so obviously I should, rate it accordingly. But I definitely found this one to be the least exciting out of the three of them.
Oh.
But like it's not like I hated it. I mean, it was fine, but I think it's like a 3 stars. She says with a question mark because I'm probably going to rate it tomorrow. I'm just going to sleep on it.
Fair.
Like 3.5, I think.
Oh. How far did you get into your graphic novel?
Oh, I finished it. So I read the entire second issue. So I finished 2.
Nice. That is progress.
But it's quite short. It's like 30, 40 pages. So it's really not that much. And I would describe it as some kind of Victorian horror monster kind of story where someone like arriving, going to a city where something happened many years ago and a lot of people like died of it because of an accident in the mines, if I got it right, because we didn't get like it's kind of weird. And she arrives there, but she's not really human. And that's all I'm gonna say. But it's kind of horror-ish, monster-ish with, and it talks about all the sins all together in a different way. Like it's really weird, but I enjoyed it.
It sounds cool. Like it sounds cool.
Yeah, and the drawing is beautiful. I really love that kind of. It's really Victorian, with the beautiful dresses, etc. And then you see the monsters next to it. So it's really, I love it.
That's really cool. Someone's actually asking if we do.
Yeah. And I forgot to say something. I had to take notes. At one point, someone described the main character as, said, she has so many stars on her face.
No.
Like 7. Was it like 7, right?
Yeah.
Or 3? Or
7.
Oh, no.
So I don't know if someone got inspired by something, whatever, but that made me laugh.
That phrase is ruined for me.
No, but it's like just one sentence, because she's like, the main character is gorgeous and she has like, how do you call it?
Freckles?
Freckles.
Yes, but everywhere on her body. So it's not just on her face. So that's why someone said it looks like she has stars on her face, but it's actually everywhere. It's not just like Adi LaRue has. So
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I'll answer this now. This was actually the final sprint that we were doing. So sorry.
It's bedtime where we live.
Yes.
I think we're all in the same time zone, right?
I think so. It's 10 past 10 at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been awake since 5 a.m., so like 5 to 6 a.m. So.
Oh, I don't do early mornings. 8's the earliest for me.
Oh wow! I started working at 7:30, so before that I have to work Mooney and do everything I need to. Yeah. So,
I mean, that's important too. I have to be up early. Well, early. I have to. Nina has these sort of. Yeah, how do you describe them? It's like a puffer thing that she has on her face because she has bronchitis. So she gets like an inhaler, but an actual inhaler doesn't work for cats. So they have like an extra device that you place on her nose.
Like the
She has to
mask?
breathe it in. Yeah, like a mask kind of thing. And yeah, she needs that every morning at like 8 and every night at like 5. So I have to do that in like succession. So I have to be up anyway. No more sleeping in for me, but that's okay. Oh, 12 a.m. You should be sleeping. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also doing the reading sprints for Tropical Readathon, and you get people from all kinds of time zones, and I'll usually run the sprints like 10 in the morning for like 2 consecutive hours, and you get people, it's like, yeah, it's 4 a.m. here, and I'm like, I would not be awake if it was 4 a.m. here. Like, not even if I tried.
No, same, usually.
Unless I don't know how they do that.
I mean, if it's a good book, I tend to be awake way too long. And then I think, you know what? One more chapter. And then one more chapter turns into 2 more chapters. And then 2 more chapters turn into the end of the book. And then it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oops. But it's been a while since I had a book that good, though. That said, I think we are calling it a day.
A night, whatever.
Whatever. Depending on, you know, where you're from right now. For us, it's a night. Thank you guys so much for joining me, or joining in, or whatever you want to call it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for asking, and thank you everyone in the chat.
Yes. I hope you've all had some productive reading time in between our talking.
I hope so. Because we talked a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, there's at least someone who finished a book, like apart from us. So that's good. Thank you so much for joining in. And hopefully till next time.
Yay!
Yay! Bye!
Bye.
Bye!